Hey everyone, this is Sandeep back with another video. And in today's video, we are going to conclude our portfolio website by building the final form. That is, the final view, the contact form of the website. So let's directly jump into the coding. Okay, so I'll switch back to the application to show you what we have built in this entire series, right? So this is probably the video number 9 of this series, and we have built this beautiful portfolio website where we have this sidebar, right? With all those social links, then this is my main navigation, and the site is responsive also. If I scroll, if I resize the application, right, you see that we are getting this menu, this hamburger menu, and if I scroll down, right, we have created this portfolio. So we are showing some of our projects. Then we have built the skills section. And in the last video, we have built the testimonial section also. So finally, we have our portfolio site. We have shown our skills. We have shown our projects, right? But how someone is going to contact us, right? For that, we need a form. We need a contact form. And that's what we are going to build in this video. So let's directly start coding, and I'm going to start with the HTML structure first. So let me copy the comments. I'm going to start with the comments first. I'll go down in my HTML. I'm going to copy this and paste it here. So I'm going to build a new section called the contact form section, or I would say contact form only. So this will be our new section with a class name of contact form. I can name it contact also, or I can name it contact form also. And inside that, I'm going to have a form with action of nothing, basically. And inside that, I'm going to have some fields, right? So those fields will be quite obvious. First I'll start with the input, where I'm going to have a input for the name. So I'm going to have a type is text input. I'm going to give it a name of full name, and we'll have a placeholder which I'm going to say name. The text that I'm going to show is a name. We need more input fields, so I'm going to just copy this one here and paste it here. Next, we will need name, then we will need email. So email. So we are asking for name, we are asking for email, and next we need the subject, right? If someone is contacting me, right, I need their email address. I need for what reason they are contacting me. Subject maybe for some project, or maybe for some job opportunity, right? It depends. So let's have a subject, and finally I'm going to have a text area. Text area, I don't need this columns and rows. I'm going to remove that. I'm going to control it through CSS, and the name of this will be comments. Right, and I'm going to put some placeholder here also, and I'll say comments. Okay, so we have name, we have email, we have subject, we have comments. The last thing which I need to add is input, another input, and the type will be submit. So basically I'm creating a button, and value will be submit. So this will be my submit button. I think that's it. This is from the HTML structure point of view. So let me look at it once again. We have a section with a contact form. Inside that I have a form with the name, email, subject, comments, and submit button. Now I'll switch back to my application in Firefox. And if I scroll down, see that we have our form. Now, obviously, we are not going to show the forms like this. We are going to beautify it using a beautiful language called CSS. So let's jump into the CSS part of the video, and let me copy this contact from, or maybe I need to put some comments maybe. So let's scroll down till we reach the point where I have written the media queries. I think here, yes. So I'm going to copy some of the comments from here, and I'm going to paste it here. So just after the testimonial section, I'm going to write my contact form CSS. So let's start with dot contact form. That's the name of my class. And obviously, the first thing we are doing in each video is right display flex, because that form that I want to make the container, right, that section as a container display flex. So what will happen, nothing will happen, because I have one child, that is a form inside that container, and that so basically flex direction, the default flex direction value is row, that's why everything is coming as a row, and I have one child inside that. So let me target that also. So display flex, probably I'll put some more properties here, like justify content. I would to push my form at the end, flex end, and I'm going to have some background color. This time I'm going to use the primary color. Basically I'm going to put some image also. I'll show you that. So I have one image. So background image, I'm going to use a URL, and that will be coming from images slash. I have copied and pasted one image called contact.png. It's in the folder, images folder. So this image, let's have a background size of cover, and I want to have some padding also. So let's go with the padding top of 2 rem value. I'm going to save, and if I go back, see that image is coming. You can see the cap, actually this cap only, and we have the background color. Now let's target this form, right? I don't want to show the form in horizontal direction. Basically I want to lay out the form in the vertical direction. So let's do that. So I'm going to target my form now. So contact form, and inside that I have a form, and I'm going to say display flex to my form also, and flex direction will be color. So that's going to make my form fields, align in vertical direction. See that? And that image is also coming. But the form is looking small. We need to make it beautiful basically. So let's target the form. So I have the, I already have a form, so I'm going to give it some width. Let's go with some calculated value. So maybe I'll give it a value of 40 rem plus 1 viewport width. That would probably increase the size of the form, right? Now let's target the input inside my form. So contact form, and let's target all the input, and I'm going to give some style to them. So let's give some padding of say 1 rem, and I'll have a border of none. First of all, I'm going to remove the border, and then I'm going to add some border for the bottom value. So that bottom value will be 2 pixel solid, and I'll go with my primary color only. Okay, this looks good. Next, I'm going to give some height. That value will be 3 rem, and I'll give it some background color of, again, a tertiary color, but the modified one I'm going to use because I want to have some transparency, and I'll give the color of white for my text. So this is going to style all my input basically. See that? A form is coming up, right? You can see, right? So if I type something, it's showing in white color. Email, name, email, subject. I have to style that this comment section also. This is looking different than my input value. So let's copy and paste this one because I want to be specific, and I'm going to target the text area component, text area component of HTML. Again, I'm going to use some padding, not the top one. padding of 1 rem, and I'll give it some height of maybe 20 rem because I want more space. I want to give more space to the user to write the comment. Maybe the comments are long, right? And I'll give some background color of say variable, this time again tertiary color, but the modified one because I want to have that transparency. Again, I'm going to reset the border to none, and then I'm going to add the border bottom of 2 pixel solid, and the color will be again my variable value, that will be primary color. And finally I'm going to have color of white. I would have combined some of the styles of input and text area, but that's okay. I'm repeating some of the values, so that could be one of the improvement I can do inside my CSS code. Okay, so if I go back now, see that everything is coming up right, and the only part which is pending is this submit button, right? I want to make it bit different, just so that user will know this is a button, this is not just a form field, this is a button where user can click. So I'm going to target that. So let's have a form, and I'm going to target the input. This time I'm going to use attribute selector, and this will be type. So if the type of the button is submit, I can write something like this. If type of the button is submit, style like this, I'm going to have a background color of variable tertiary modified color only I'm going to use. And let's have some text transform value of uppercase. Let's increase the font size also. Let's use some calculated values. So probably I'll go with 1 rem plus 1 viewport width, and color will be white, and cursor will be pointer. Okay, that's it. I think if I go back now, see that a form is coming up, right? So maybe someone like John wants to contact me, John at gmail.com. JavaScript, maybe his JavaScript is a subject, JavaScript project, and some comments, blah blah blah, right? And he or she can, anyone like the user can comment, they can submit the form by clicking on the submit button, right? And this picture is also looking good, showing that just use this form. So the last part probably we need to look at is the responsiveness of the form, right? So this is looking good, but somewhere here I see this scroll bar coming, right? And I don't want it to happen. I want the form to take the entire width of my container, right? So that's the last thing probably I need to do in my contact form. So I have the media query. I'm going to use that media query. So when I want to have that media query to be triggered is, I think, somewhere here maybe, right? So let me see which media query or which width I need to use. So I'm going to copy this contact form from here because I need to just set the width. Maybe I'll go with the 640, less than 640. That's the value I'm going to target. And just below this hero section, I'm going to have my contact form. So I'll put some comments here first. Form, and I'm going to say width 100%. If I go back, see that it's looking beautiful now. I can click on this, the navigation, right, the hamburger menu, and my form, the submit button. Everything is looking good in the mobile view of my portfolio website. I will resize it to somewhere, tablet size, It's looking beautiful in tablet also, right? All of these testimonials and my form and that pointing finger. And if I go more, like maybe like 1500, right? Pixel. Cool. I think site is this test probably this is one of the improvement area, maybe this card is coming here. Maybe I can change that also. And somehow I'm not able to show the entire form because of my laptop screen size, right? That's why the scroll bar is coming. So it's getting bigger. So maybe I can target maybe above 1500 pixel. That could be one of the media query I can have. So let's do that. So we are targeting for max width, right? Let's do the opposite. And I'm going to create one more media query probably for the bigger screen sizes, and this time I'm going to use mean width. Okay, mean width, and let's go with probably 1500 value, and at that value I'm going to say margin. So I'm going to target my, let me see, I need to target, I'll target the body only, and I'll say margin 0 auto. So I'm basically about to, I'm trying to bring everything at the center. This is not coming, so probably I need to give some width to my body element. That will be 1500 pixel, not 1500, maybe I'll go with 1200 pixel. Let's try this value. See that the site is coming at the center, or maybe let's go with some other value, 1024 pixel. So when I'm looking at my website, right, portfolio website on bigger screen size like television or something like that, I want to center my website, right? I don't want it to expand. So that's the thing I'm trying here basically, but that's not looking good for my image. Some of the changes might be needed in image also. Maybe I'll go with 1200 pixel value. Let's see. I think this is looking better. So for bigger screen sizes, I don't want my website to expand entirely. I mean, it shouldn't take the entire width of the browser. So this is the trick which you can apply, right, just to show your website for the bigger screen sizes. I think that's it. I think we are with that, we are good with our portfolio website. So maybe if I resize, right, let me check the behavior for the responsiveness of my application, or a portfolio website. So probably, okay, I need to find out first of all that, okay, I need to put it down, dock to the bottom, and then I'll reduce the screen size maybe to 100. See that? Now I can see it's working fine. I'm getting my hamburger menu also, skills, testimonials, and my form is also looking good. Probably I'll move this to left now or right. You see that the form is coming. Cool. So I think the entire portfolio website is ready. It took a long time, maybe 9 videos to create the entire portfolio website. But finally, it's a marathon, right? Marathon of videos where but we have learned a lot about flexbox, writing good HTML, writing good CSS, I would say. And uh, and I'm really excited. I'm really happy that we have reached till this level. If you have followed all the videos from the video 1 till video 9, you might be having the portfolio website ready for you, right, which you can publish it and you can share it with the world. So with that, I'm going to conclude this video, this series, and I'm going to see you in the next series of video or next video. Until then, goodbye and you take care.